So then we come to the Virata's point, is here. Before that we have to cross the Hamsa. Without that you cannot reach the Virat point. So Hamsa is, as you know very well, is the discretion, divine discretion, which must be within you. Once you develop that, then you don't commit mistakes. You never commit mistakes. Mistakes in the sense you don't do things which are again pushed back on you or for which you have to pay. It's just a very straightforward life. It's so. With this discretion, absolutely you have a complete understanding as to what has to be done, what not to be done. And if that is established, that discretion is established, in many Sahajogis, I must say, discretion has come even with the left Vishuddhi. Even if they have left Vishuddhi, they have this discretion. They know what is right and what is wrong. With that divine discretion, the first thing that happens is that people get impressed by you. It's real collectivity. It impresses the collectivity. A person who has divine discretion, people immediately see the wisdom of that person and think, see now, this man, how could he be? He's so young, how could he be? He's such a child, how could he be? So this divine discretion, which is the, here, Hamsa Chakra's speciality, when it starts manifesting, then automatically you impress the collectivity. This is a very important point one has to know. While introspecting yourself, you just see if you have developed this quality of divine discretion or not. For example, there are many I have seen when they come to the program, they come and tell me, Mother, some Sahajogi told me that you have a bhoot. Have I got a bhoot in you? I said, not at all. How can there be any bhoot in you? He may be happy. But the divine discretion is not to tell him just now, but to remove it. So divine discretion gives you a complete understanding. What is the way to handle another personality? What is the way to handle a collective? How to talk to others? How to impress on them the right things? It's a very, very expansive manifestation in so many directions. If you have no divine discretion, you start speaking what you should not speak. You start saying at a time when you should not say. I mean, you will have no sense at all of any direction. So to have divine discretion is very important, for which, as you know, Hamsa Chakra physically as well, mentally and also spiritually must be kept all right. In my Hansas, we had one puja where I talked about it. The last is the Virat. That is the state you have to reach. The Virat is here in front, as you know. And I was surprised when I went to Nepal, which is a temple of Shiva there. Despite they were worshipping Shiva, they are putting all the kumkum here. So I thought that they don't know why they are putting. Because even if you worship Shiva, you must also worship here the Virat. They don't put it here. Because they are absolutely 100% only Shiva worshippers. So why should they put it here? Because somebody who knows, who was Gnostic, has told them that this is the place of Virat. Once you get into Virat, then all your ideas of separating or differentiating goes away. You do not have any more ideas of races left, of nationality, of your city, of your village or anything. At that stage, you don't belong to any place. You belong to every place and you don't belong to every place. Such a situation comes in. When you don't hanker after any particular food, you don't like any particular type of people, you can adjust yourself into any circumstances, into any families, into any kind of thing. You can live with drunkards. I mean, I have lived with drunkards. Lived means I've shaken hands at least with so many of them. You can be with any kind of person. Nothing bothers you because you are in the Virat state. Because everything is absorbed by the Virat and you do not feel anything. Whatever sort of person may be, you do not feel it. The Virat has to suffer, not you. And that is what is the best state where I want all of you to reach and to become absolutely free. Nothing can impress you, nothing can influence you, nothing can dissuade you. But you stand on your self-esteem and understanding about yourself that you are a Sahajogi and that you are connected with this power and you are a citizen of Kingdom of God. At the Virat state, there is no doubt left, no doubt. Because you become part and parcel of the whole. Absolutely, and you can affect anywhere. If this finger is hurt, then this finger can feel it. In the same way, such a person is felt everywhere. And not only that, but that person can be effective everywhere. For that state of reaching to Virat, one should try to slowly, gradually, yan neti neti vachaneli gavavachus. You have to go and say, this is not my sister, this is not my brother. They are all my brothers, they are all my sisters. I love them the same as my sisters and my brothers. This is not my family. The whole Sahaja Yoga is my family. The whole attention should move like that. This is not only mine. It is everybody's. It belongs to everyone. Everybody has a right. That sort of a thing, when it starts growing from individual, what we call is the Vyashti to Samashti. In Sanskrit they said Vyashti to Samashti, from individual to collective. And such a personality then is the most effective one for any kind of collective work. I think for today it's quite sufficient for you to know about Vishuddhi Chakra. I mean, I have talked about it thousands and thousands of times. And now this is one of the sides which I wanted to say, because I find that still there are people who do not understand that they have to rise above Vishuddhi. Otherwise, if they do not ascend over Vishuddhi, they can never be proper Sahajogis. They will be always half-baked. So we must try to rise above the Vishuddhi, the discretion part. Then at that point we can never doubt Sahaja. Can never doubt, and that's how the doubtless awareness can come to us. May God bless you.